Hello everyone, welcome back! Today we are diving into Little Nightmares 3, the latest entry in the creepy, unsettling world that started with Little Nightmares. For those who haven't played the series, here's a quick recap. The first Little Nightmares came out in 2017 and immediately grabbed attention for its eerie atmosphere, strange but fascinating enemies, and clever puzzles. It was less about action and more about tension, curiosity, and the thrill of exploring a dark, distorted world. Then came along Little Nightmares 2, which built on that foundation with the biggest story, new mechanics, and a co op companion. Fans loved how it kept the mystery alive while adding collectibles, secret rooms, and a few well hidden Easter eggs that made you want to explore every corner. So, naturally, expectations for Little Nightmares 3 were high. Well, could it recapture the magic of the first two? Kind of a mixed bag. Mechanically, this game feels bland. You move through room after room, lift grades, push objects, and that's mostly. A lot of room are just empty, and there's really anything unique or interesting to interact with. Compared to the previous games where the environment itself told a story or had secrets, Little Nightmares 3 just feels hollow. The collectibles are another letdown. In the first game, you had jars to smash or secret message bin bottles, which added its own charm. Little Nightmares 2 made collectibles exciting. There were hats and cosmetics you actually wanted to find, hidden in fun, secretive locations. In this game, most collectibles are worthless, found in like empty rooms, and some even require you to pay for them. So the thrill of exploration, one of the series' best features, just isn't there. And the AI companion in solo play, well, it's okay, but sometimes frustrating. They will get stuck, wander off, or fail to do the action that you need, which forces you to reload checkpoints. It's functional, but it's not as smooth as Little Nightmares 2. The co-op rarely interfered. Now, here's where things get tricky. The first two games tried show, don't tell storytelling. You piece together the story through environmental cues, hidden details, and subtle connections, making you feel clever when you figure it out. Little Nightmares 3 leans heavily into exposition instead. The story is interesting and expands the lore, but much of it is spelled out. Especially if you've been listening to the companion content, the sounds of nightmares, that's cool for clarity, but it strips away the most important aspect, the mystery that made the series special. And the ending. Let's just say it is not the most satisfying ending. Unlike the first games where you faced a clear villain and got a sense of closure, this game's final moments are open-ended and ambiguous. You don't really feel like you finished a story, it's more like it's just begun. This sets up future DLC, sure, but it leaves you hanging rather than giving a conclusion. The final chapter introduces some major story elements, but by mainly explaining everything, it removes the subtlety and mystery. There are cool twists, but they aren't as satisfying because they're so obvious from the start. The enemies and the world aren't as scary and memorable as before. In previous games, threats felt alive and threatening. Here, most are less creepy, less threatening, and the environment feels less alive. There are tense moments, but they rarely match the dread and suspense of the earlier titles. Now, is Little Nightmares 3 a worthy successor? Honestly, not really. It is a competent game, sure, but the story is interesting. And if you like exposition heavy lore, but mechanically, atmospherically, and in terms of exploration, it is a step down. It's missing the charm, subtlety, and tension that made the first two games so special. If you're a die-hard fan, curious about the world, or want to see how the world expands, give it a shot. But if you're looking for the classic Little Nightmares feeling, the creepy, mysterious, and rewarding experience, you might walk away disappointed. Well, interesting story, but weak mechanics, scares, and world building make it a mediocre follow up. Captain Side will give it a 6 on 10. Anyway, that's my take. Did you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in between? Drop your comments and be respectful of other opinions. Let me know what secrets or theories you found. I'll see you next time for creepy adventures in keeping.